For a moment, let's be honest. Men are, well, rather straightforward. That's what we want you to believe, anyway. Most likely, you've been there. You're in a relationship with a man. The chemistry is unbelievable. Let's assume that the physical aspect of things is quite healthy. But there's that persistent little voice in the back of your mind that asks, does he really care about me? Or am I merely his go-to Friday night activity? I understand. Physical interest is inexpensive in the era of situationships. It is present everywhere. It is a prerequisite for entry-level positions. But attachment on an emotional level? The premium tier is that. When things become nasty, when you're not wearing cosmetics, and when life gets difficult, that's what keeps a man around. I'm going to share a secret with you as a man. We have a master key and a front door. Most guys keep the rest of the home locked up, but physical attractiveness gets you in the front door. In order to determine whether he has truly given you the master key, I am providing you with the blueprint today. I'm dissecting the 5 indisputable indicators that a man is drawn to your soul rather than just your body. Additionally, stay tuned for indication number 5, which is the dull test. It may seem uninteresting, but it's the most reliable method of determining whether a man is considering a future with you or is merely using it as a means out. The transition from hero to human is the first sign. Now let's get started. The transition from hero to human is the first sign. You've undoubtedly heard of the hero instinct by now. When he is with a lady he likes, every guy wants to feel like Superman. He wants to open your jars, fix your sink, and appear as though he has everything under control. A man never switches off his hero mode when he is merely physically attracted. Why? Since he's giving a performance. In order for you to continue inviting him back, he is attempting to maintain a high rating. He's the person that always knows exactly what to do, is always doing a great job at work, and is always fine. Here's the worst part, though. When the mask comes off, genuine emotional bonding begins. A man stops attempting to be a 2D cardboard cutout of a manly man and begins to be a human being when he is emotionally involved. Has he told you about the promotion he was denied? Does he acknowledge that he feels anxious before a presentation? Does he tell you about the strangely awkward thing his supervisor said that made him feel bad? Guys, we are taught from birth that being vulnerable equates to being weak. Therefore, he's doing more than simply venting if he's showing you his bruises and the things he's not proud of. Unconsciously, he's checking to see if you're a safe place to land. He feels powerful with you if he can be weak with you. Ladies, that's not lust. It's a bond. The second sign is the chronological inclusion and the we language. The second sign is what I like to refer to as chronological inclusion, or for the rest of us, the death of the word I. Take a good look at his grammar. I know, you didn't come here for a linguistics lesson, but trust me on this. A man lives in the present when he is only physically interested. He's planning his dinner for today, his workout for tomorrow, and maybe next weekend if he's very planned. However, his brain experiences a software update when he is emotionally invested. The future is now a group trip rather than a solitary stroll. Keep an ear out for the we slides. He says, we should definitely check out that concert, rather than, I'm thinking about going to that concert in 3 months. Without any effort, he begins discussing the holidays or your closest friend's wedding, which is in 6 months. A 6-month commitment feels like a prison sentence to an unattached male. It simply seems like a Tuesday to an attached man. Additionally, micro-planning is equally as important as the big stuff. He's not just being courteous if he asks for your opinion on a significant life decision, such as whether to buy a particular automobile or take a new job. He realizes that his future is now yours, which is why he is asking. Because he doesn't want to drive it without you, he is mapping out the terrain and making sure the route is acceptable to you. Congratulations. You are no longer a guest in his life if he includes you in the dull portions of his 5-year plan. The co-pilot is you. The integration of inner rings is the third sign. Let's go on to the third and most important sign. It's what I refer to as tribal integration. You see, men are tribal by nature. The people in our lives are arranged in these concentric circles. Co-workers and pals from the bar are on the outer ring. The guys we've known since we were 5 years old are in the inner ring. What about the bullseye? Family is that. A guy will keep you in a lovely, cozy, but extremely solitary bubble if he is just interested in you physically. When you're together, you could feel like the center of his universe, but to everyone else he knows, you're just a ghost. Why? Because if he doesn't intend to stay, welcoming you into his tribe will be a huge logistical challenge. However, he wants the worlds to collide when he is emotionally invested. He is genuinely anxious about introducing you to his buddies. He wants his best friend to believe you're awesome. He wants his mother to understand why he has been so preoccupied lately. Observe his behavior in the presence of his people. Does he continue to touch the small of your back? Does he highlight your accomplishments to make you appear good to them? He is jeopardizing his reputation if he incorporates you into his inner circle. This one is important, he tells his clan. Be mindful of her. That man is fully committed to his emotions. The fourth sign. Observing actively. Data on the small things. Due of its subtlety, which most women overlook, sign number 4 is one of my favorites. Active observation is what it is. A guy who is merely physically interested listens to your voice, as I already stated. An emotionally invested man pays attention to your life. Men aren't particularly known for having excellent detail-oriented recollections. The majority of us are unable to recall where we left our keys 2 minutes ago. However, if he recalls that you once said, 3 weeks ago, that you detest cilantro, that The Lion King was your favorite childhood film, or that your car has been making an odd clicking sound, that's not just a pleasant recollection, it's emotional labor. He is collecting information about you. He wants to be the person who makes your life easier, not because he is a spy. Attunement is demonstrated when he arrives with your preferred brand of sparkling water or checks your tire pressure because he knows you're driving home in the rain. Your comfort has become his first focus, which is why he is outlining your needs. For him, making you happy is a purpose rather than a chore. The fifth sign. The constancy of existence. The dull exam. We've reached the fifth sign. The one I said I would give you. The dull exam. Examine what transpires after the dating phase's high wears off to determine whether a man is genuinely attached. A shot of espresso is what lust is like. It is rapid, has a lot of energy, and works well for a short burst. But attachment on an emotional level? It resembles a stew that is cooking slowly. Fireworks are not necessary for it to be excellent, it only has to exist. When sex is off the agenda, does he still want to see you? Is he viewing a documentary with you on your couch when you're sick, with a pile of tissues and a red nose? Does he stay interested if you need to vent for 2 hours because you're stressed about work? Or does he begin to look at his watch? The men who enjoy the ordinary with you are the most attached. The ideal situation is when he is content to simply go grocery shopping with you or sit quietly while you both read your separate books. He is there for the individual, not the performance. A man becomes hooked when he understands that spending dull time with you is preferable to having thrilling time with anyone else. Let's conclude now. Keep an eye out for the transition from hero to human. Pay attention to the we. Keep an eye out for the merger of tribes. Take note of the little things he recalls. Lastly, check to see if he passes the tedious test. From one man to you, this is the ultimate truth. When the music is playing and the candles are lit, don't pay attention to what we say. Listen to what we do when things aren't going well on a wet Tuesday afternoon. A man's patterns are his reality, but his words are his goals. Don't disbelieve him if he's displaying these indicators. He values you, not just wants you. And that is the cornerstone of something that truly endures, my friends. I want to hear from you now. Which of these indicators did your man exhibit initially? Which one should you search for this week if you're still unsure? Please leave a remark below. I enjoy hearing your stories and read as many as I can. For more in-depth insights into the male mind, don't forget to click the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. My name is Delete Psychology.